A very good morning to you and welcome back. You're now on the Entrepreneur Spotlight on the Weekend Show. As shelter is one of our fundamental needs, real estate holds a paramount role in our lives and economies, encompassing homes, offices, and land, shaping communities and livelihoods. Real estate serves as both a basic need and a wealth building asset, making it a vital component of modern society. The dynamics of real estate are multifaceted, influenced by economic trends, demographics, and locations. Its value can fluctuate dramatically, impacting individuals and nations alike. The real estate industry employs millions, from architects to brokers, propelling economic growth. And on that note, we have a returning guest on the Weekend Show, Mr. Daniel Semberfan, the General Manager of Format Global Services. Good morning, sir. Welcome back to the Weekend Show.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here again.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So can you briefly give us an overview, for those meeting you for the first time, an overview of Format Global Services and all it encompasses?
Okay. Format Global Service Nigeria Limited, after the last meeting we had, we have encountered much inflow. That is, people get to understand more better about real estate. And we have numbers of people across the country. Some do call outside the country. There are some of my friends, they never knew much about real estate in Abuja. But due to this platform, they called me. My secondary school mates, my higher institution mates, they get to know. So they called me to know more about real estate in Abuja, and that has bring a very huge and wide client inflow into Format Global Service Nigeria Limited.
Amazing, that's good to know. Okay. Now, what are some key factors that potential home buyers or land buyers should consider when looking for property, and how do you help these clients to navigate these decisions?
Okay, first thing for someone to acquire a property, they do look at budget. How much do you have to acquire a land in Abuja? Budget should not be a problem, in the sense that at Format Global Service Nigeria Limited, we have a very good locations that can accommodate your budget. Not until you have billions of naira before you will now enter into real estate. What you have, you can start little by little. At Format Global Service Nigeria Limited, we have an instrumental plan, which means you can key in, start paying little by little, and over time you get over it. Last week we have we went for a presentation somewhere, and somebody was telling us that he has only 100,000 and he wants to own a land, the property in Abuja, and we said, oh, no problem, you can key in by paying your 100,000. Then as time goes on, we give duration, maybe 1 year or 1 year 6 months or 36 months, depending on the amount you have. So for you to own a property, not until you have billions of naira, no matter how little you are, consult Format Global Service Nigeria Limited, and we're going to put you through and lead you how to accomplish that.
Amazing. So not only do you have various options, you also have payment plans for people that don't have the bulk money to do a one-off purchase.
Yes.
That's interesting. So now, real estate can involve a lot of legal and financial complexities and documentations, and it can be a bit hectic for your clients. So how do you assist your clients to understand and go through these contracts and paperwork and potential legal issues?
Okay, we do help our clients to achieve that by constantly weigh their income, because they do once there's one of our clients that will have, he say, he don't have that much. So how can he pay his bill? Because of after acquiring a land in an estate, you need to pay infrastructure and service charges. So a lot of people do look at it that this thing is much. So maybe if I start on the way, I may not have the capacity to continue. But we at the format, we do consider those kind of people by giving them an advice. Some people do buy, and at the wrong loan, they do resell. In the sense that you buy a property, you buy a land, and in the situation whereby you could not be able to pay maybe infrastructure, some of them do resell. So we do give them option that is an investment. So the little you have, invest. And a client bought a property with us, a land with us for 2 million. And after a year, he said, he don't have for another 2 million to pay for infrastructure. We said, so no problem, you can resell. And and he resell it at the rate of 5 million naira. Within a year, he has an interest of 3 million naira.
Interesting.
And thank you.
Amazing. So my next question now is a question I like to ask a lot of, in fact, every single real estate personnel that comes on this show. I always ask this question because it's very important. How does a client, because most especially in Abuja, there's a lot of cases of fraudulent real estate agents. A lot of people get sold properties to multiple people, and then you have a lot of people coming with documentation and saying, this is my property. There's a lot of court cases. Yeah. So how does a client detect, because Format is a registered and legal establishment, but now for other clients out there, how do they detect a fraudulent real estate agent or a property that is in dispute?
Okay. Before you acquire a land in Abuja, you need to do verification. That is, you go and verify the title document. A lot of people fall victim into the wrong hands by which not doing the right thing at the first step. The first step for you to acquire a property, you need to verify. You need to request for a title document of that property that you are about to acquire, you are about to buy. You go in to the ages and cross-check. At Format, all our properties, all our estate lands, they are verifiable. We are always open to people to go and verify our title document to avoid hide and know, because it is very painful for someone to like labor for years, like the civil servant, for them to have a huge amount of money to acquire a land. They do work for like maybe 30 or 33 years. So it's very painful for after someone labor for 30-something years, and he now made a mistake and acquire a land that is not genuine. So we at Format, we have our clients at heart, and we can't forge document, or our documents are all verifiable, because we consider those kind of people. Because if a civil servant acquire a fake land and the money is gone, it will take him a lot of time. Let me say, it will take him another time for him to gather that kind of money. So we Format, we always make sure that our land are genuine, and we are always open. Anytime, any moment you request for the document, we always give it to you for you to verify before buying. We have that kind of cases here in Abuja because of some people are so much afraid. They say, I want to acquire land in Abuja, but my problem is, I don't know whether So our own, we are always open, and our documents are verifiable.
So Format is always an option for
them. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, for coming on the weekend show. We hope to see more of you on subsequent episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
but there you have it, people. Mr. Daniel Semberfan, General Overseer of Format Global Services, telling us about the real estate industry and everything in between. Well, it's a wrap on the Entrepreneur Spotlight on the weekend show.